morning, friends. Welcome to Everest Imagination Station. I'm Mrs. Linda, and I'm going to help you make comfort squares today. We know God has the power to comfort us, and this craft is going to help us have something that we can hold in our hands and think about God and the comfort He has for us. So to do this craft, there are many ways you can do it, and we've got some ideas for you. And with you and your adult at home, you can find the way that works best for you and the one that you like the most. So today we are going to look at some different types of material that we can use to make a comfort square. And here's one of them that Mrs. Amy made for us so that we can kind of see what she came up with. This one is made out of t-shirt material. So if you have an old t-shirt at home that you no longer wear and mom or dad says it's fine to cut it up, then you can find that and you can cut it and make it out of t-shirt material. If you have felt at home and you want to make a comfort square out of felt, you can do that and cut it into either one square or two squares, and I'll talk to you about that in just a little while. If you want to use a bandana at home, and a lot of us have had those in the last couple of months, and it's okay to start cutting and making this smaller, you can use a bandana. And again, here's a t-shirt. If you want to use a t-shirt and cut that, you can. So I'm going to show you some ways that we can take this material and make it into a comfort square. So one of the real easy ways, if you know how to sew and you have a needle and thread at home, you can take two pieces of felt and stitch them together and then stitch across on the front. And the nice thing about this is that you can touch the cross. You can touch the pillow for comfort, but you can also trust the cross, which will remind us of Jesus. And that's always kind of a neat way to help us remember that Jesus is with us all the time. So this is one of the ways that you can do it. This one, again, was made with a t-shirt, and a cross was hot glued on it. But again, that might be something you want an adult grown-up to do for you and help you with. But we're going to also talk a little bit about what's making it so fluffy inside. So if you want to just glue two pieces together, because one piece is fine if that's all you want, if you want to just touch it, but two pieces together makes it a little bit more comforting and a little bit softer. But you can use some glue, and you might want to use a special kind of glue like a tacky glue or a fabric glue, because that will help if you cut across at a felt to glue it on better. And then you remember you have to let it dry. I've made things before where I've gotten too excited and I've tried to pick them up and use them before the glue is dry, and then it just falls off. So you might want to do that as well, and I'll kind of cut a cross out for you in a little bit. But one of the really cool ways is to cut the edges of your square. You might want to make them about 8 inches in each direction so they're large enough, is to cut some fringe on the side, and then you can take two pieces and you can tie them together. And that's kind of how this one was. It was tied together and then it held it together. This particular one was made with the strips too small, and when they're too small, it's very hard, at least for me, to get my fingers in there and tie them. So you want to make sure that you make them large enough for them to tie. So you'll start out by either gluing or sewing or tying the pieces together, and then do about 3 of the sides. And then what do you think you can put in to make it fluffy? Well, we thought about stuff like cotton balls. You can stick those in to make them fluffy. You can even take some tissue paper or even Kleenex tissues, wad them up and stick them inside. That will make it fluffy. Or if you have any kind of pillow fluff at home, you can make it fluffy. So, and I think there's even strips of t-shirt material in some of these. So anything that you can find at home that you would like to make your pillow fluffy will work. So as you start to work on your square, if you want to stitch it, you can stitch it all the way around. If you want fluff inside, stitch it on 3 sides, stick your fluff in, and then stitch it on your 4th side. If you're tying your material together, you'll want to tie it on 3 sides, open it up, stick your cotton balls or whatever you want inside, and then tie the last side together. So however you want to do that with any of the material that you're using. There's a cross on this one, just a cross, and that's a lovely design. If you like to do something fancier, you can use fabric markers to draw with. You can use glitter glue to decorate, and I know a lot of you like to decorate and make it your own personal style, so you can do that as well. So when you're done, then you're going to have a nice fluffy or a nice soft comfort square that you can carry in your pocket. You can put it in your bedroom. You can put it in your home somewhere, and when you need God's comfort, you can go and get it, and you can touch it, and you can touch the cross, and you can know that God is always with you, and He's always comforting you, because I know I need that every single day of my life. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how easy it is to cut a cross, and I'm not the world's best cutter, so I'm going to do my very best. But I'm going to just take my scissors and I'm going to cut up, and then we need a cross piece for the cross, so I'm going to cut over, and then I'm going to cut over again, and then we need the top of the cross, and then over again, and then down to about the same place as the other cross piece was. The other part of the cross piece of the cross. This is going better than I thought it would. I know you can do it. You guys are good at this. And then all the way down. And look, there's a cross. And so I could put that either on my single piece of material, or I can put it on the pillow that I made. So I hope you have a great time with this craft. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you make it your own. Make it the way you want it to look, and that every time you pick it up and touch it, you'll know that God is always with you and He's comforting you. Bye.